Alright guys, welcome to my channel. So what I'm going to do in this video, this is just kind of an introduction, is I'm going to introduce you to my little hut here that I have going on. And what I got inside here is a 12-foot swimming pool. And in this swimming pool, I've got probably about 40 or so rainbow and speckled trout. And some of them are getting to be a pretty damn good size. You know, this guy's probably 16 or 17 inches. And there's a few koi in there too. As you can see, there's a nice big rainbow that's probably 15 or 16 inches there. Excuse me. And yeah, this is the school, and attached to the big swimming pool, I've actually got a big wooden fish tank. This fish tank here is 12 feet long. The window is about 11 feet long. This guy here is probably about, oh, he's pushing 17 inches now, probably in about 2.5 pounds, I'm going to guess. There's a rainbow. I've only got a few fish in here with them. There's another speckle here that's probably about, 14 or 15 inches as well. And yeah, so I've been kind of just experimenting with this thing and experimenting with the filtration. I've got a gravel bed here that I've been running the water down through here to filter the water. I've also got a pool pump right now, running it, and I've got a filter sock on the end. Because believe it or not, guys, I'm not bringing any water into this system. This is all filtered water, and I'm just going to share how I did it. I know you guys are not, everybody's going to agree with what I'm doing. I don't plan on eating these fish. I'm just messing around with just growing them. That's all I want to do. I just want to grow some big rainbow and speckled trout. I've always wanted to do that, and doing it in a pond is just not something I want to try. It's something always gets them. Doing it in this little hut that I have here, this basically just a greenhouse, is really just perfect. This is just a strap building here that I built quite a few years ago as a greenhouse, and then lately I've just covered it with this. It's a silage wrap, is what it is. Plastic, and all these are is just wooden ribs that I made a jig to bend and made this building out of. So it's a real cheap structure. Didn't cost me a lot of money. I did put a chipboard floor down in it, and there's gravel underneath of this, and I just cut the pool out of the shape of the pool out of the floor, so that this pool just sets basically on a little bit of plastic and some gravel, so that if it does sweat or leak, it just runs in. The floor is kind of sloped in towards it too, so it just drains into this. So what I'm going to do on this channel is I'm just going to bring you guys along for the journey. I'm going to do journals on this tank or on this setup. If I change anything, then I'll do a video, and I'm just going to show you guys, I'm probably going to, by times I'm going to catch some. I'm not going to do that in this video. If I have any problems or what I encounter, then I'm going to just do a video to share that. I'll go over some of the rest of the filtration here. I've got, what I'm trying here is I've got this big tote barrel, and I've got it full of, it's full of pea gravel is what it's full of right now. And what I'm doing is I'm actually pumping, it's kind of pre-filtered effluent. I've got a settling tank here is what this is. If you look down in here, what's going on is the water's coming up through this pipe. So I've got the water in the pool swirling, and then what happens is all the manure or the crap goes to the center, and there's actually an acrylic plate here in the center that's about 2 feet in diameter, and it's set off the bottom of the pool about 1/2 inch, so that if anything goes near that, any of the crap, when it gets swirled around and goes to the center, then it gets sucked underneath that plate. It comes up that pipe, and it goes into this barrel. Now there's not really, I can't really show you what's going on because it's not very clear, but what I've got is I've got this come out, and there's a diversion where it goes into 2 bigger pipes, and when a turd comes out, it just seems to just settle to the bottom, where I've got a piece of it's a piece of metal roofing is what it is, bent into shape to make it into a cone, so that when the crap falls out, it all goes to the bottom of this cone. Now if you see this pipe comes out, it points straight down at the bottom of the cone, so that, and there's quite a big coupler on the bottom of it as well, so that when I come in during the day, I'll see all this crap kind of collected there. Then I can just open this valve, and that's going to flush that right outdoors. So it's just kind of they call it a radial settler, but I can't seem to get a very good view of this. Something I'm going to improve on in a future video as well. But it's working for now, and you know, like I said, I'm keeping all these trout alive, and I have for months into this system here. They've all grown from about probably 8 or 9 inches, and now they're up to, like I said, a lot of, there's a bruiser there that's probably about, I'm gonna guess it's 16 inches. This is 2-inch pipe right here, and you know, these fish are underneath of it, so I'm gonna get some out in another video and just show you the size of these things, and then we can see them as they grow. I've got to get a way that's easier to catch them. I don't really have a big enough net right now, so so this is kind of the trout shack, I'm going to call it, from is what I'm going to call it, with the speckled and the rainbow, and I may even try to get some Arctic char just to try in this. So my water's not super clear. Today's kind of an off day. I fed these things an insane amount last night. You can see this, there's a 4 kg bag of food right there, and it's nearly half gone, and this bag's only been open about 3 days now. So this is how hard these things are feeding. I really overfed them last night. But what I'll do is I'll try to throw a few pellets in right now just to see if they will feed. But I think they're pretty full from last night, and they do tend to feed better at night. Now they're feeding good. You can't hardly fill these things up is what I'm finding. My water temperature right now is running about 14.5 degrees. It's getting cooler out here where I live right now, so now it's going to be trying to keep this thing warm and going all winter in Nova Scotia, where we get temperatures well below freezing for a good few months really. But you guys follow along, and I'm going to show you just how I keep this thing thawed throughout the winter to keep these things growing. So hopefully you guys enjoyed watching the first video. Hopefully you guys will take the time to subscribe to the channel, and then you guys can come along on this journey with me. So thanks for watching, and till next time,